Today, we are talking about one of the most anticipated updates from the Pi network. Yes, it's finally here. Pi Network has released a detailed roadmap for its mainnet migration, along with full clarity on its tokenomics and mining mechanisms heading into 2025. For those of you who've been following Pi for a while, this is huge. The network launched in 2019 by Stanford PhDs Nicholas Kokolas and Changdao Fan, who promised to democratize crypto mining through mobile devices. And now, after 6 years and tens of millions of users, Pi Network is preparing to fully transition to its open mainnet. So let's break it all down. Pi Network's mainnet migration is being called one of the most complex in blockchain history. That's not an exaggeration. It involves tens of millions of users and 6 years worth of mining data. The core team laid out the facts. First, over 12 million pioneers have already completed their migration. All of this was done using Pi's native Know Your Customer or KYC system, which is integrated directly into the app and doesn't require users to spend fiat money. And it's free. The network originally targeted 10 million migrations before launching its open network. That target has already been met, but the team acknowledges that more migrations will continue even after the open network is live. The aim here is to strike the right balance between speed and fairness. So how is Pi Network handling the mainnet migration? Phase 1 is all about completing initial migrations. That includes your verified mining rewards, security circle rewards, lockup bonuses, app usage incentives, and even rewards for running Pi nodes. The only thing left out here is the referral bonuses, which come later. That brings us to Phase 2. Once the initial backlog is cleared, the second round of migrations will kick in. This time, the focus is on referral bonuses, specifically for users who helped the network grow by inviting others and whose team members have already passed KYC. Then comes the third phase, ongoing periodic migrations. These could be monthly or quarterly. The idea is to maintain a steady onboarding of users while ensuring fairness and network integrity. The team also addressed a question that's been floating around the community. Why does the number on the app UI seem to not match the actual balance that gets migrated? The answer is straightforward. The UI provides a conservative estimate based on simplified calculations. The real migration process, on the other hand, involves highly detailed computations. It digs deep into your mining history, bonus data, and all other reward factors. Now let's move on to tokenomics, which has always been a big question for users. In their blog post, Pi Network detailed the breakdown of their token supply as originally outlined in their 2021 white paper. The maximum total supply of Pi is set at 100 billion tokens, and here's how that breaks down. 65% goes to the community, 10% is held in reserve, 5% is set aside for liquidity, and 20% goes to the core team. The circulating supply, or what Pi calls the effective total supply, is directly tied to the tokens mined by the community. In simpler terms, the more tokens that are mined and migrated by users, the more tokens become active in the ecosystem across all allocations. That includes the core team and the foundation. If the community's supply grows, so do theirs, proportionally. It's designed to align the interests of every participant in the network. Everyone's incentives are connected, and that's a big part of what makes the ecosystem balanced. Even though all tokens were technically minted at the beginning for technical reasons, the allocation structure still tracks the live progress of the community. The recent update comes a few days after Pi Network expanded its Pi Ad network. What started as a small pilot program in 2024 is now open to all developers whose apps are listed in the mainnet ecosystem interface. This means any developer, as long as they meet the standards, can now earn ad revenue in Pi from their apps. Advertisers can also pay in Pi to reach users within the ecosystem. That's a powerful loop that keeps value flowing within the network. Initially, only 5 apps were included in the pilot, but the success of that test run has now led to a platform-wide rollout. The move marks a shift towards real-world utility and supports Pi's goal of building an economy powered by its user base. It also aligns with the network's goal of creating a self-sustaining and inclusive platform where both users and developers benefit from their time, attention, and contributions. The big picture here is that Pi Network is trying to build more than just a coin. It's building a platform. The Open Mainnet launch in Q1 of 2025 is a big step in that direction. With Pi now listed on major exchanges such as OKX, the foundation for broader adoption is taking shape. And let's not forget the scale here. We are talking about over 60 million users reportedly across 200 plus countries. Out of that, 19 million users are KYC verified and 12 million have already migrated to the mainnet. If you are new to Pi Network, here's how it works in a nutshell. You download the app, sign up, and start mining by tapping a button once every 24 hours. But there's more to it. You get more rewards by contributing to the network, like inviting others, building your security circle, and participating in Pi apps. Pi Network doesn't rely on proof of work. It uses what's called proof of contribution, which makes it lightweight, mobile-friendly, and environmentally sustainable. There's no need for expensive rigs or high energy bills. The mining rewards follow a model of declining exponential decay. This means that the number of coins distributed each month is capped and gradually decreases over time. The system uses a base mining rate for everyone, and then individual rewards are calculated based on how much you're contributing. This creates a fair system that promotes long-term commitment over quick profit grabs. Pi Network's roadmap for 2025 is ambitious. For a project that started with a simple idea, make mining accessible to everyone, it has evolved into a global ecosystem with real momentum.